Hello, my fine artist friends. Are you thinking about selling your work online, but you don't know where to start? In this video, I'm going to tell you where you should and where you shouldn't sell your art online and how to get your work seen by the right people. So this is based on my own experience selling art online over the past 6 years. And if you want more real-life strategies from my business on how to build your own successful career as an artist, then click the subscribe button right now. Click the bell and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Okay, in case we haven't met yet, my name is Jennifer Daly and I'm a fine artist who makes over $100,000 a year just from my art. I'm also incredibly passionate about empowering other women to do the same in their own lives, and I've helped dozens of artists get focused and find success with their business building efforts. So let's dive in. There are so many options these days for selling your art online. When you're trying to decide, which avenue to pursue, you need to ask yourself, what is your goal and how much time do you have to commit to selling your art? Do you want to sell your art as like a fun side hustle, or are you hoping to turn this into a full-time career with the income to match? And if you just want to get your art online somewhere like right now and you don't really care if it sells, then go ahead and post it on a platform like Etsy or Sachi. The process is really straightforward and you won't have to figure out how to set up your own website. You won't have that extra expense. But let me just warn you that the chances of selling anything, like actually selling original fine art on Etsy or on Sachi, are slim to none. Sites like this, they have no vested interest in you selling your artwork over any other artist on the platform, and there's thousands, if not millions, of other paintings listed on those sites for sale. So it's really difficult to be found there, even with really great SEO. On top of that, Etsy charges a lot of money in fees to both list and sell your work these days, and in my experience, my ideal clients just aren't hanging out on Etsy looking for original art. So like I said, if you just want to dabble and get some art online like this weekend, go ahead and give Etsy or Sachi a try. But when you're ready to get serious about selling your art online, it's time to move on from there. If you have tried selling original fine art on Etsy or Sachi or a similar site, let me know where and how it's going for you in the comments below. All right. So the obvious answer to the question of how to sell your art online is that you need to build your own website, preferably one that allows people to purchase directly from the site without having to contact you and ask for pricing first. My personal recommendation is to build your site on Shopify. They just make it really easy for beginners to choose a simple, clean template and get a site up and ready to take orders, within a few days. But anyone who's ever built a website and launched their artwork to crickets will tell you that just having a website does not equal sales. A website is pretty much useless unless you have collectors to send to it. So the real question is actually not how do I sell my art online, but how do I get the right audience to my website so I can make sales? And the answer to this question, the answer that has helped me build my art income to 6 figures, is to leverage the power of OPAs. And what is an OPA, you ask? OPA stands for Other People's Audiences and is my favorite way to reach my ideal collectors. So think about it for a minute. A traditional gallery is a classic OPA. A gallery spends years building up a roster of clients who enjoy collecting fine art. And if you get in front of the right gallery audience, you will likely sell some work. You're borrowing the gallery's audience. And in turn, you're building your own. But the traditional gallery is just one of many types of OPA that you can use when building up your own audience. There's online shops, interior designers, galleries, influencers, and brands, and many others. You can choose to either sell your work through these online outlets or simply partner with them to build exposure for your art. Either way, by exposing those OPA members to your work, You'll bring them over to your own audience and create a collector base for yourself online. So in order to choose the right OPAs for your work, you first need to figure out 1, who your ideal collector is, 2, where they hang out, and 3, what they like aside from your art. For example, I can tell you that my ideal collector is a woman aged 30 to 55 who's either recently moved or remodeled her home. She likely has used an interior designer and wants her art to coordinate with the other colors and furnishings inside her house. She values homemade items, sustainability, and healthy living. And I know she hangs out on Instagram, not Facebook, and not TikTok. And she likes checking out interior design accounts to see what's current. I know the shops she frequents online, and I know the types of images and content that she will appreciate. So once I know what she likes and where she goes online, I can start trying to get my art in these exact places and similar types of places. And because I'm going to choose smaller and more targeted OPAs to work with, I know my art is going to get seen by the right people. You know, it's not going to get lost in a sea of millions of paintings like on Etsy. For example, I reached out to an interior designer with a style that my art works well with. She has an active online presence, and she's someone that my ideal client would love to work with. She commissioned a painting for a client. She posted images of the finished space with my painting in it, and she mentioned me several times, online in social media. And then she interviewed me and featured photos of my work in a blog post and a newsletter. So from that one connection, I not only got paid to create a painting, but my Instagram followers grew, as did my email subscriber list. And I've made several sales to people who mentioned that they found me through that designer. So building your audience online takes time and effort. This is not a quick process. And I always suggest pairing your online audience building efforts with in-person events. If you are feeling overwhelmed trying to build up your art business online, I would love to help you. You can find out more about my group coaching program or just book a call to chat with me at the links below. In my experience, if you want to build consistent income that is sustainable, you need to build a diverse business that includes online sales as one of many income streams. You can find out more info on how I do that in my own business in this video. All right, thanks you guys. Have a wonderful day.